The Godox 24 by 24 inch softbox that is Bowens mount. Let's take a look. Comes in this very questionable looking package. This one is a Godox 32 by 32 inch, but it's too big for this area. But I'm going to swap it out with this smaller one. More manageable, hopefully. I didn't realize that it didn't come with the actual metal mount for the Bowens connection. So that's kind of a big downside of this. Like, what's the point? Unless you're just trying to replace a damaged one or something. I'm not totally sure. And then you've got your hole, and then you'll use the diffusion materials. There are elastic tabs on the inside. You're going to use your clips and attach those together. That's what the inner diffusion looks like. So you've got your hook and loop all around the main diffusion on both sides. So you can put it either way. I don't think it matters. It feels a little bit small, but it does make it taut. I'm going to swap the big one for that. This is the thing that is not included with this specific one. It was included with my larger one. You're going to need something like this to make it work. I have a lot more room. Clearly it's very bright, but it seems manageable. As I had mentioned, I'm going to add more DIY diffusion to this so I can deal with this very, very bright light, which is set at 1% power. But in general, it's functional. The big negative of this specific kit is it doesn't include the Bowens mount adapter. So you definitely need something. You can either get one for speed lights, one of the ones that I use here, which you might as well just buy the more expensive kit with the adapter. In my case, I had one available, so it worked out all right. The softbox itself looks good. It's functional. The build quality feels very similar, if not the same, as the larger one that included the mount. This bag is decent, but it is very compact, and you might struggle to put the softbox back into here and fold it the way that you need to make it work. Make that clear. Anyways, decent for my use case, but still make sure you know what you're getting. Gonna be using this diffusion from Neewer, 0.9 meters by 1.5 meters to add more to this lighting setup because it's very, very bright, as you can see, and that's at 1% power with the light. So I'm gonna potentially make 1 or 2 or 3 layers of this stuff. I do have some Velcro as well. Wow, that was not even remotely close. Yes, these scissors are Harbor Freight. What I should probably do first is sew over this. I don't have an iron, but that would help if I had an iron. So I don't really need any stretch type stitch or anything. I'm just going to use the regular one. A line. Exciting, I know. Now in this case, fold this over, and just to be on the safe side, I'll use some pins. So that is one of them. So thankfully I had it done on 2 sides already. That was mine. And now I need to add the Velcro. I need the soft side up, one of theirs to start, one of the pre-done ones. And it's as simple as doing this. I mean, I probably should have used better hook and loop stuff, but this is what I had on hand. I have quite a bit of it. That way I have more flexibility with this light. Assuming I still continue to use this light, because I do have another option, but I need to swap out the fan on the light because it's really loud. The best thing here would probably be to do 2 rows of stitching so it's really attached. Let's see if this is long enough. It took 1 roll for the 2 sides. There we go. So another one ready for action. Alright, there it is. Probably gonna make another one. See how this works. The one negative when you obviously sew down Velcro is that it makes it less effective. And this is already a very short type of hook and loop. So we'll see. There is 1 layer of diffusion on there at the moment. Now I've got 3. Let's put on the primary one. This is the softbox as it is by default with the 2 layers of included diffusion on there. And I'll add my 3rd one. So this is with my additional diffusion that I just DIY'd. Is it any better? I honestly don't know until I look at the footage. But yeah, that was a good project. I'm probably going to make another one, potentially 2 layers thick. That way I can increase the light power, but then have more flexibility with the lighting setup. This Neewer diffusion is pretty functional. It's, I mean, of a decentish quality. It's not anything amazing. It's not super thick, but I mean, it really depends on what you want out of it. In my case, I was just looking more so on price, and yeah, it works well enough for me. Easy to work with from a sewing perspective. Didn't have any issues sewing it at all. With large pins and such, it will make a visible hole in the material, but I don't think it's going to cause a problem. That was a quick little DIY project with this Neewer diffusion. Worked decently well. Scott for Bonds, thanks.